Oh, man. Hello, hello. What's up? What's up? I think I'm live on Twitter. There we go. Yes, it doesn't work. That's okay. We uh, today doing YouTube today. Advice from um, front camera. Hope you guys are having a great Saturday so far. You know, free services earlier. Had some great food. Had some sushi and chicken at. Good people. Can you guys see me? Hello? Ah, gotcha. Sorry, I'm using this website for the streaming today. I don't know why it's doing this, but uh, yeah. So, oh man, this is funny. Hey, you got a rabbit in front of me right now, just eating grass. This is like the life. Seeing family, seeing family, taking the day off, contemplating life. Are you married? No, I'm not married yet. I actually just did a video on this literally yesterday. I am not married yet. Would love to be. Would have loved to have been married 10 years ago. Um, now more than ever. I see you in my phone. Yes, I. I would expect you to be. I would expect to be on your phone if you're watching this. Yeah. But no, I'm not married yet. I'm really hoping that I find somebody. Would marry me. Dedicate. Um, so I'm only trying to find someone who's Jewish and who's spiritually and religious connected to Hashem and God. So if you're Jewish, we could explore the subject. I've actually, you want to hear something like super cool? I mean, I find it cool because I'm a little nerdy, but I literally created an AI me designed for dating. So when I do meet like a girl who's interested, I literally send them like the AI version of me that has like a database of like my past relationships and my attachment style. Like it's got like 30 pages of data on me, and you can literally ask it anything if you were a girl, and you would know how I would be. So I've made like the dating process for myself very strategic and efficient, and now I'm just like cruising because I know what I'm looking for. I know what and I'm doing me working on this, and if a girl comes around that fits those profiles, then like I'm ready to go. I'm not gonna settle now. Knowing what I know about myself and about what I should be looking for, I'm not deviating from what would be amazing for myself. So, uh, yeah, Swiss and Christian. Yeah, sorry. Shalom. What's going on? You are looking like 35. I'm actually 33. So, uh, maybe without the glasses, I don't know. But normally in person, I get way younger. I get like late 20s, maybe. So, Deadly Kitten, 29. There we go. This is not like a dating like live stream, guys. I hope you know, but I do appreciate like the interest. Um, I am going to do like I'm either going to do like a podcast. I think I will do like a podcast series like on like how I think dating is going to change with AI. But nowadays though, there is literally no reason, especially if you're a woman, why you would be single. Because with the rise of AI, yeah, you can have me on Facebook. I don't care. Early days, early days. Now I'll add you on Facebook. The people 6 months from now, when my live streams and my content goes nuts, I'm not going to say it's going to be the same. But like for men, dating is because you're to our place because I have to date while growing a business that has like 99% of my time. And As a woman, though, you could be utilizing AI to know thyself, to really get a dive on like what would work for you, personality profile wise, and only entertain dudes that are like that fit like who you are. Um, just saying, I'm single, not looking for someone. Yeah, I'm just saying, like, I'm just talking about it, but you know, um, so yeah, I mean, like, that's the thing. Like, we're literally in a day and age now where you can utilize AI and technology to streamline your dating experience. You don't need to waste time anymore with people that you're gonna show up to a date. The days of showing up to a date and just like getting through the date and not knowing if this guy is a great guy or a great girl, that's all over. Like, I've already started sending out my AI to chicks uh, that are interested. Um, I'm working on the version 2.0 of my dating app, my dating AI, but the future is going to be all like dating AI. It's going to be like there's someone's going to make, if it's not me, someone's going to make some ecosystem for like dating AI, and we're going to match with each other through like the AI is going to know you so well that it's going to match other AI versions of other people at a baseline versus just swiping. This whole like swiping mindset is going to be extinct. There will be swiping in the future, but it's going to be swiping on people that are like 95% for you, which is going to be like the big difference. So technology needs to catch up, right, in a lot of ways, but yeah, I mean, oh yeah, I see this guy texted me from Shul just now because I met a new guy. A lot of good people, man. When you go to services, I think I'm gonna do that a lot more often. Well, it's also a good thing to be single because you really get to take that time if you use it wisely to really like get to know who you are, you know, make the most of it. I just recently did a video yesterday about, so like yesterday, so you normally on Fridays I do like learnings with one of the business partners brother who's a little younger. He's going to yeshiva. And we normally do like learnings, Torah learnings on Fridays. And this Friday, he's like, you're 33, you're getting older, like you really need to, start committing to finding somebody, to growing. It's so great. Wow, like we grow a business, there is no balance, and most people have no clue what's good for them in terms of a partner. I know with laser precision what the right woman looks like for me. It's just a matter of swiping, matching, getting to just doing the actual work to go through people to find that person. Um, so I'm not really, it's like I'm not really worried about it because I know the right person is going to come with time. But for women, of course, you want to find someone in your 20s. Like that's the priority, I think. When you're a guy, you have like more flexibility of time. I'm not really in a rush to. I've never been in a rush to marry. I'm like, like I really want to find somebody, but at the same time, I'm not going to marry someone and commit time and invest in somebody in my whole future because I don't believe in divorce, right? For as long as everything's like great, right? You work on the relationship. That's the part, right? But like I don't mind waiting and being patient to finding the right person. Um, because I have such a great idea of like what that looks like. Um, so yeah, okay, I'm 33, but I'm like I'm not doing too bad. It could be in a worse place. I could be 33 and I have no idea what's good for me, right? That would be terrible. Luckily, I'm an intuitive dude. I'm logical. I'm pragmatic. I'm very, very ambitious. You know, I could have worse things. So welcome everybody. For the other folks that are here besides Deadly Kitten and Boggs Estachio, which by the way, you're more than happy to friend me on Facebook. I don't mind. You know, I'm just a normal guy. You know, just living life. So like, I don't believe divorce should be illegal, right? There are circumstances where if you're in an abusive relationship and it's toxic, you know, you have to think about the livelihood. Like even in Judaism, you can get a divorce, you can get a, you know, you can you can separate all that stuff. Um, you need to live your life at some point. Like you need it. Here's the thing, like the way that I see it, you need to commit. If you're getting married, you need to commit. You need that is like that is plan A. There is no plan B. But in the event that if plan A were like a ship, right? If plan A was a ship, right? And there are holes, like the ship is freaking sinking and you don't have the lumber to patch up the holes and the other person is ripping apart the boat to make it sink, well then you gotta jump ship. You can't change that person. They're on their own path. They are looking to be destructive. So there are a lot of reasons why that divorce should be a thing, right? So I'm not condoning it, but I'm saying that if you really make the error, you make the mistake to become married to somebody that is not a good fit for you, which happens, then you need to set up contingency plans and make sure that you take care of yourself because regardless of what your denomination is religiously or your background, what you believe in, right? God is always there. Like God, regardless of your religion, you're destined to bring light and good energy into this world. And you know, a toxic marriage, it's going to stifle that growth. It's going to stifle your personal growth in this in the little limited time that you have here. You know why I didn't get married? Because I don't make a vow unless I intend to keep the vow. 50% of marriage that end in divorce are a bunch of vow breakers. So, yeah, I mean, look, when you become married, you become one person. And again, this is coming from someone who's never been married, but I am really like when you the whole goal to get married is to build a life, to build a family, to build a family unit, to actually now instill a continuation of your family legacy and development of your future kin. So it's not about you. It's about everybody beyond yourself that in which you create, and you're doing this with a partner that is in alignment with your values, with your long-term planning, right? Marriage is just the mechanism to create a legacy while having a good time with that partner. You're having a good time with your partner, but you're creating this long-term planning. So I think a really great starting point to becoming Jewish is just like learning about Judaism, learning the Torah, learning the mitzvah, all the mitzvah, all 600 something mitzvah, learning the commandments. You know, you can there's a whole like actual curriculum that you can go through to be Jewish. But it's not easy. You know, you just can't become Jewish. Like you really have to do the process. I don't wish it upon anybody that isn't really serious and committed. So, to you, but the starting point, just Torah, learn mitzvah, learn command. That's what I would have to say about that. Yeah, no soliciting. I have no idea where you are with what you're saying here, so I'm not going to repeat it out loud. But anyway, going back to you, Hassan, um, just start with the basics and go from there. No, Hassan, of course you can convert. There is a conversion process. It's very strenuous, and you have to commit to the conversion process, but it's definitely possible. Um, yeah. So yeah, I mean, look, yeah, there is a conversion process. Ah, yeah, I mean, I think this week's Shabbat for me and my day of rest. I got a lot going on at work. I got a lot going on in my life, and I think this is a great. There's a lot of good themes this week, honestly, to reflect on. It probably is. I'm sorry if the stream is lagging. I'm outside and the internet is not so great, so I want to do the best I can to speak clearly. Um, you don't want to repeat the truth. I no soliciting. I have no idea what you're talking about. You the one talking about marriage and yeah, yeah. I have no idea. I have no idea what you're talking about. Yeah, I just noticed that I can see all like people chatting from YouTube, but I don't see anybody from Twitter. Do you guys use Twitter? Would like to know because I'm going to start streaming in different places, like unilaterally. No, I can't use that. Yeah, I don't know. Hmm. You know what I could do? I could relocate. I just don't want to relocate. All right, guys, I just connected to Wi-Fi. Let me know if it's better. If it's better right now, please tell me if it's better, and I'll move this lawn chair closer to the Wi-Fi router. Just let me know if it's better now versus before. Let me know. You guys are here. Serious, Snape. I know this was lagging. Ban me. No. Sir, you're respectfully very hot. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. I could always use more compliments. But you know what? Oh my God. What I am going to do, guys, and I am going to move closer because if I do move closer to the router, oh man, I will have better signal for you guys. And I really do want to do this live. Look at this. I'm schlepping my thing across. Oh man, the work I'm going into for you guys. I'm like moving this lawn chair. I shouldn't even be doing this today. Oi, ow. All right. This should be a lot better, guys. How are we doing? Oi, man. Oi. Okay. Now it should be a lot better. Can we get it? Can we get a verification on the lag situation here? Okay, so yeah, so I just moved way closer to the router. It might take a second or two to update. So audio is good, video is bad, but better. Okay. Well, okay, hold on. So what I can do, guys, again, I'm working with the best I can. I'm visiting. So I'm visiting my parents this weekend. So I'm subjected to their internet. So that's that. I can only do with what I can this weekend. So what we have is what we have. They live in the middle of nowhere. So yeah, that's what I would say about that. You know, someone was supposed to friend request me on Facebook, but you know, whatever. Honest, I don't even know how she would find me on. Like, yeah, she could find me on Facebook. All I have to do is look up my name. So anyway, what we were talking about. Who is the man behind you, friend? There is no man behind me. There's just garden. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm just in the forest. What can Jew are you from what country or originally? Well, I'm from the United States. And what kind of Jew I am? What kind of Jew am I? Um, I'm on the up and up. I'm practicing. I'm. John, what in the English? Yeah, yeah, I'm trying to figure. No, I understand what he's saying though. No, I mean, listen, I actually didn't grow up with Judaism. I was born Jewish, but I didn't grow up with it. Anything. My mom didn't want to bring that into the household. I discovered my Judaism in my very early 30s. I think when I was 30, I was living in Austin, Texas, and then that's when I really discovered everything for the first time. And ever since then, um, I've been practicing. So normally in a perfect world, I'm keeping Shomer Shabbos, and I would say about I 90% eat kosher because I mean like mostly I'm on the carnivore diet. So so I are pretty much on the up and up to be pretty observant, but I live here in the U.S. Vikas Powar. No, I'm not. No, I am not married. I wish to be married. I hear your voice in speaker. Where you live? Shalom, Shabbat, Shalom. Hello, Boggs. Boggs Estachio. Vicus. Someone already. I guess you're the same person that said that. You are looking like 35. I am 33. Deadly Kitten. You already said that. Can I add you on Facebook? Yeah, go for it. Oh wait. Who is the man? How old are you then? I'm 33. If you're not 30, not now I meant by ethnicity, Jew is not really one. Being Jewish isn't an ethnicity. Um, yeah, it is an ethnicity. I am Jewish. I'm actually Ashkenazi, so I have Ashkenazi DNA, and on my dad, so my mom is Polish. When you go outside Judaism, my mom is Polish, and my dad is Irish and German and Italian. My mom comes from like Polish Jewish background, but Jewish is a ethnicity though. Like you can literally do a DNA test if you're Jewish or not. Found footage. What's up? What's going on? Found footage. What's up from India? Where are you from? I'm from the United States. I live in New York. Hand pink waving. What's going on, Germany? Serious Snape. F and F. We are chilling with our Jewish friends, so I don't know if you are allowed. Everybody's look. Everybody's allowed. I mean, like I don't know why people get so political. Um, when it comes to I understand like Jewish topics get kind of like sensitive, but like it's really, just be cool, just vibe, don't be weird. Yeah, serious Snape. There are specific DNA testings you can do that can originate your like ancestry um, with DNA. Yeah, it's 100% a thing. But yeah, guys, I mean, you know, as we do like live and stuff, like you know, I'm really not a political person. I stay out of politics for the sole reason that it's a circus. But I do have strong opinions, but I don't like to talk about them just because I don't discuss things I'm not very educated in. And although I am educated in a lot of things, I don't like talking about topics that I just don't know much about, and especially if it's in like a debate format. I don't know. Look, Germany needs some slack. The whole world needs slack, but I think the general attitude needs to change. I don't know what F and F is. Chat, can you let me know what F and F is, please? I don't know what that means. I won't repeat it out loud, but I have no idea. Yeah, like so I there's two things I say like when I meet somebody like in terms of dating and like in general. I literally say the first thing is politics is a circus, and if you're dumb enough to follow politics, then you're dumb enough to be in the circus yourself. And the other side to that is that, in my experience, coming from somebody who has a good level of conscientiousness, there's literally no point in discussing politics with most people because most people don't have the level of conscientiousness you need to go from debative, combative arguing to discussionary conversation when it comes to politics, values, and beliefs. Most people don't have the intelligence and conscientiousness to actually have a conversation with somebody else outside of their own point of view. So there's something to be said about that. Um, so yeah, that's why going back to the main thing though, like as long as you guys don't really like as long as you're in good energy, I don't really care. I'll respond to you, whatever. So yeah, man, it is so nice out. This is like the perfect time of the year because it's like a little cold, but it's warm. But you get like this nice like ocean breeze. It's so nice. So it sounds like most of you guys are like relatively new to the channel. So I appreciate you guys being here. Serious, found, Appreciate you all. Yeah, you guys want to see the my mom's place? Look at this already. So I'm just on the outside, just relaxing, just really taking this Shabbat in and resting and relaxing and you know there we go. Always good energy. Love it. Hello, welcome everybody that just came in. Where are you? I'm on Long Island. I'm in New York. Just enjoying the weekend, taking a really good rest today. Um, Hanging out with family. Went to services earlier. Just thought I'd do a live stream. I usually do a live stream. Now, just so you guys know, normally on Shabbat, I'm off the grid 100%. But today, I wanted to do a live stream. It's sometimes it's tough coming out, being with family and stuff, and doing my thing out here. So, you know, yeah, appreciate it. So normally I do not go live on Saturday, guys, but typically I go live every day other than Saturday, and I do one video a day that has to do with anything about my channel, whether it's about business, entrepreneurship, relationships, AI, technology, whatever. Normally, I'm talking about something, and normally, this is an opportunity. I do the live streams as an opportunity to see me outside of my daily short videos and my content, and so you can get to know me and see more of my day to day, especially with my work stuff, right? Because normally, if you guys check out my old live streams, I go live at work, and you can see me talking to the partners and operations and managing. Um, so you can, if I was a viewer in that perspective, if it were me being a viewer watching my own channel, I would be like popping on every day because the way that I see me, and I'm not trying to be cocky at all here. Like the way that I see is, I'm like an undiscovered Elon Musk. I have the same personality types when it comes to base personality and his architect personality. I'm just not really discovered. And like, I just want to give out value and help people. And I have that creator side to me. And that makes me very unique. So if I were you guys going into your shoes, I'd be tapping in, asking me a million and one questions about how to better your life, optimize your life, really like grow as people, how to orient your future. So there's a ton of value to be made here. I think the other day I saved the guy a ton of money just talking about AI and how he could reverse engineer some issues that he had with his business. So uh, serious. Oh, this is a good question. So AI, I've talked about this several times before. AI is going to change. It's just going to change the world. It's going to optimize the world. It's going to transition um, low value work to high value work. It's going to, like I was just saying earlier, it's going to you know it's going to create a massive change in the way that we date and connect with people, because now you can utilize AI to literally find your perfect match. And when that's adopted on a global scale, it's going to be as easy as, oh, hey, I want to get married. You're going to pop on some website and you'll be able to find not only one perfect person, but many perfect people designed exactly the way that works for you. By the way, hold on, guys. I wanna show you this. Hold on. This is beautiful. Hold on, guys. So this is my view. So beautiful out here, really. So from a business standpoint, there's going to be several stages of business growth when it comes to AI. First of all, for the next 1 to 2 years, I mean maybe for the foreseeable 5 years, we're going to see a transition in how businesses operate to be way more efficient in terms of their day-to-day operations, their art outreach just cross departments, like the scope cross departmentally, like marketing, ops, finance, budgeting, strategy. We're just going to see across the board AI really helping businesses raise the foundational bar for value and quality efficiency. In that 5 years, obviously AI is really going to accelerate, but you know, so we're in a really, it's like the gold rush. We're in a really great opportunity right now. Hey, how's it going? How are we? Yeah, so I mean, look, and I use like AI every day in my business. So, like, you really want to you really want to get on this wave while you can. I feel like I've seen you before, Jennifer. I don't know if you've been on a past live or not. Your name looks familiar, but whatever. So yeah, AI I'm super bullish on. I love AI just because for me, AI literally speaks my language. I'm very logical, I'm very analytical. And so for me, AI is like it's like speaking to myself, honestly. It's like speaking to a more enhanced version of myself. I was actually like teaching my mom yesterday night like how to use it more. And right like cuz she's still at like the level 1 of how to use it, which is transactional back and forth, which is like show me a picture of a horse feeding a goat, right? Like transactional, right? So there's different levels of how you could use AI, and I think the moment people really start to understand how to utilize it, it's going to level up so many people. And again, there's also another thing is some people aren't designed, like some people are just going to be incapable of using AI to a greater capacity, and that's fine. But I think in general, AI is going to immediately level up. If everybody decided to use it today, it would immediately level up everybody's life. The challenge is the more people that utilize AI, the more energy it consumes, and we're not ready for that energy consumption at global scale. It's like it's working, it's on the way, but it's still like it's still it still has a long way to go. So in terms of global adoption, AI has a long way to go in terms of energy consumption, but we're in a great time and space for AI. AI is going to really solve a lot of problems. And yeah, so yeah, I mean that's what I have to say about that. More than happy to tackle other questions though. But anyway, for the four of you still here, appreciate you. Hope you guys are having a good weekend. For me, it's Shabbat. I do not do any work on Shabbat. I'm just chilling, relaxing, having a good time, having good energy, um, and connecting with you guys. And I know, you know, my 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 analytics tell me that there's going to be a lot of new faces. You know, I've been going live consistently for a month now, and the reports show that I've gotten a lot of new visitors, which is great, which is lovely to have you all. Um, so I think one of my biggest goals though for my channel and all my social media stuff is to really bring value to you guys. And yeah, the live streams are going to give great like real time value because you can literally talk to me and I can give you answers. But you know, I'm also looking to bridge the alignment with my shorts and my actual content, my VOD content. So you know, that's a work in progress. But in general, I really appreciate you guys coming through, and I'm going to continuously repeat that. And um, my main objective with my channel and my social media is to bring value to you guys, to bring better energy to the world, to bring light to this world, to make everybody have to help people have a meaningful and more productive life um, together, right? Personal evolution. Uh, yeah, yeah, serious. Have a great weekend. You know, enjoy it. There's a lot to be said. Oh boy, 19%. That's not good. Yeah, there's a lot to be said. God bless you. I have to go. See you soon. All right, cool, serious. We'll see you around. Hopefully, I'll see you in the coming streams. I love this actually. I'm really getting used to these daily streams. Uh, you guys let me know. You guys tell me like I'm also looking for input too, guys. Like I'm very great with criticism. So if you guys have like advice or you guys think that I can do something, I can do something better in the way that I do my content, let me know. What's going on from Scotland? How do you say L'chaim in Scotland? Cheers? Do you say cheers? Do you say you definitely don't say L'chaim. Uh, how do you say cheers in Scotland? How do you celebrate drinks? Is there like a word you say? That'd be kind of cool to know. Man, it's so nice to have this break. Get it done, yeah. Get it done. That's what you'd say. Get it done. It's actually kind of cool. Booyah. You know, I see some videos in Scotland of like the immigrants. You know, that's a very tough time. I think Europe is just being overloaded with bad immigration. Like I don't know where like the world got this idea where people can just come across borders illegally into like every country without doing the proper process. It's like wild, and now you're just seeing all this debauchery, country to country. And I've seen some videos of Scotland and Ireland and wherever UK. There's a lot of tough immigration stuff happening across seas. Very tough. Nick Fuentes for president. Who's Nick Fuentes? No idea who that is. I don't follow politics. I kind of follow what Trump's doing because it's in my interest because of the businesses I run, but I don't really do politics, guys. Yeah. Didn't like Trump just put in some kind of like base at the border? Like it's like the southern border is now like a military base or something, which I think is great because the fact that it has to be a military base to stop the influx of illegal immigrants and criminals coming through, like that just like that shit needs to stop. I can't believe we let it go on for so long. So yeah, there's so much good stuff happening right now. Like I just saw that Trump's like really setting up in motion like all these different like peace deals in the Middle East that is really going to help, peace treaties with Israel in the Middle East. There's so much good stuff like happening right now. It's literally nuts. Joe Biden, you're back, Joe Biden. What's going on? I missed your random Markiplier texts. You're always putting that. I don't know what that means. I have no idea. Maybe you should speak English. But yeah, I mean I think a lot of great stuff is happening. The fact that they're finally taking control of the border, that's great, right? We got to reduce criminal activity in the country, not increase it. Joe, I'm not gonna search it up. It's not worth my time. And I'm on my phone. I'm not, I'm live streaming, so like I can't look it up. So you either say it in the chat or you don't. But if it's not rated G, I'm not interested. Or if it's not what PG, I'm not interested. So guys, I'm curious. You guys ever use Twitter? Not Twitter. Twitch. Because like I know you guys are coming through YouTube, but like I'm very interested to know like your experience on Twitch. You guys have any experience? Let me know there. Oh, that's cool. Interesting. Wow. Yeah, I guess. I mean, I can understand why. I'm just thinking in terms. I'm just speaking. I'm just thinking out loud here. Like, a lot of live streams, they have like something else going on, and I understand. It's not like I have like gaming content or anything, or this is just like me, my life, whatever. So, uh, I don't know what really. I don't know what else I would. I mean, oh, you know what? That's actually an interesting idea, guys. I just had like an interesting idea. I heard that God lives in the clouds. So sometimes I just look up in the sky and I try to pinpoint his Bussy, Blueface. Oh, yeah, that is an interesting idea. Yeah, it's he is everywhere. You can look up in the clouds. You can look in yourself. You can look at the grass, the flowers, the air. Everything is him. So we are a part of the living, breathing. We are a part of the living, breathing essence of Hashem. The true king. You're boring as hell. Well, look, I'm not trying to not be boring. Today is like the day of rest. I wasn't really supposed to live stream today, honestly, because it's Shabbat. But I wanted to, tune in to the stream, to the channel. You know, um, relax with you guys. So it's not about being boring. It's just really about like, I'm just here to relax. I work 6 days a week, and I'm just always on the grind. If you go back to my live streams, you can always just, I'm always doing content at work and whatever. And, like, that's just what I'm about right now. So, so the day, like today, for example, I'm sorry you're coming in at a boring time. You know, that's, that's not my intention here. My live chats are discussionary, and they're designed to like be interactive so that I could bring value to you guys and Q&A, um, bring insight and meaning and direction where I can and add value. So that's what it is. Yeah. I'm sort of in the know about geopolitics. I'm not going to say that I know extensively what's going on. I see some things on social every now and then. You gotta remember, like, I'm like, the way that my life works, right, is I'm like in the grind, building company. Like, I'm building two and a half companies right now, and the only time I get tapped into geopolitics is on social media, where I see little snippets of like things happening. So, um, most recently, I saw that Trump visited Qatar and the Middle East, and there's a lot of great things happening there. Um, he got some kind of like jet, and he's working on peace in the Middle East, and I think that's amazing because there's a lot of opportunity there to build peace. Because in turn, that's going to help bridge peace for Israel. So I'm very excited about that. That's the most recent thing. I'm also very upset though because recently we just had the assassination of two Israeli emissaries in Washington D.C., and that was really sad because their deaths were very gruesome, and it just goes to show that even in the United States, capital of the world, people can be assassinated, whether you're a government official or you're Jewish, and that's very scary. And today at services at shul, at synagogue, they were talking about that. And but there is like there are some silver linings with that, but it's just still like a very tough climate. Um, so, but besides that, I really don't know what else is going on. I know Trump's trying to get Zelensky and Putin to meet so that they can end the war in Ukraine. I think that's going to happen sooner than later. It's illegal to accept personal gifts from foreign government, right? Um, yeah, it is, but you know what? Like, I think if it's like out of good faith, like, who cares? It can be illegal, but like, who gives a shit, right? By the way, it's a big statement. It's a very big statement. The fact that they would gift a jet, right? Like, if you like think about it, right? Why is it illegal to accept gifts? Because back in the day, when you had like a very big, like, powerful country, and you had visitors from other country, it was so common to visit countries, to visit the kings, to get the show up, to greet them, to give them gifts. So that whole law is retarded. Yeah, but you know what? They're always trying to impeach him, right? It's There's a saying, right? The people who speak the loudest, complain the loudest, right? They're the ones that are the most toxic and tainted and corrupted, right? Trump is doing a lot of great things right now, whether you like it or not, right? I'm impartial, but the work that he's doing has been needing to happen, of all the people, he's the one doing it. So if he's going to get penalized from the very people who should have done it, right? I mean, if the Liberal Party stands for progressive action, then why is the Republican Party and the Conservative Party doing the progressive action? It literally makes no sense. Well, not in this country. In this country, liberals speak the loudest. They're the most loudest, the most chaotic, and the most uncivilized. So I don't know where you get that from. Republicans are very proper. They're professional, and they care about order and really like maintaining the integrity of the country. I'm really not. Like I said, like I'm not very political. I just talk about it for how it is. So that is a great point. Accepting gifts, I'll post this for the chat to talk about. But yeah, that is interesting because it does kind of open up like a can of worms, and I totally understand that. So, but like here's the thing. I'm just talking about like back in the day, olden times. Like if you were like a czar or you were the king of XYZ country and you went to go visit Persia, and you visit the king, there's a long line, right, of people, and they come to go visit the king and they go bring him gifts. And but there's a difference between gifts. There's a difference between gifts, receiving gifts as a president, right? And and what's the word I'm looking for, guys? Receiving something like as a gift as like a jet, good faith, and then there's like taking advantage of like information of the stock market, making money for your personal gain, getting a jet out of like the goodness of like or of good interest or good faith or whatever goodwill. That's like different because even within that situation, like I would just say that I think it's situational. I think when you just have like one law that kind of blankets over just accepting gifts, like I don't know, that doesn't make sense to me. But like you're telling, like the way that I see it, I would first of all, it's like custom, like in terms of my values, you don't ever not accept the gift. It's actually disrespectful to not accept the gift that someone wants to give you, right? Because that's one way of God saying that He wants to give you something, and that you should accept it, whoever wherever that gift is embodied, right? But secondly, because of the situation specifically in the Middle East, that helps tensions, it helps negotiations move forward, it helps, you know, peace negotiations from moving forward. So in many ways in one, I think it's a great opportunity to accept whatever they offer and to move those relationships along. If you think this is not Age of Empires, then you are not living in reality, because everything is of Age of Empires. Yeah, of course, public positions should have restrictions. I'm not saying that public positions shouldn't have restrictions. They should. They really should. To maintain the interests of the country, to maintain integrity and good interest, good faith of those positions and the work that they do. You know, it's different when you're the president of the United States, I think. And again, like there's a lot of corruption in the Biden administration, but then when I compare the Biden administration to Trump, the Trump administration, it's like, well, what did Biden do? He didn't really do anything. He brought this country backwards. You know, he really corrupt. He really brought back the country a lot of steps backwards in terms of geopolitics and relationships with worldwide. Literally anti-democratic. Are we just talking politically, or I think it's really if you send me a $2 donation to this live stream, I'm not going to say that's anti. I'm just going to say thank you. I appreciate the good energy, and I appreciate you, and I'm going to utilize this $2 donations for my next coffee. you know. So ultimately, Trump is a result of neoliberal decay. Neoliberalism has failed. Yeah, I agree with that. So, like, here's the thing: we also live in a day and age where, despite the political environment we're in, it's a lot softer. So when you have a guy like Trump that comes in, that's old school, that's like old country, and puts his foot down, to me, the Trump energy is more of like a reset to how a government should lead in terms of strength, representation, getting its affairs in orders. Um, you know, to me, yeah, like liberalism, like the challenge, guys, the challenge is checks and balances. When you don't have checks and balances in place for different parties, you have you get what we've had. For example, the liberal movement in the United States, for example, has been unchecked for a very long time. As a result, you see these great cities, these great states like New York, California in shambles because there's an unchecked balances of the Democratic Party, right? They've essentially gone wild. And because of this, it's put our major cities in turmoil, right? And that's a big issue. That's not good. So having this administration now, and hopefully we have another like conservative or libertarian. I mean, I'm more on the libertarian side, but if we had if we have like the next two or three um, administrations that are on the conservative or libertarian side, I don't really care about Republican or red or whatever, but all I'm saying is um, I just think that that would be the right. We have to correct the Democratic um, misuse, right, of their legislations and everything. So look, Chief, I'm not saying I have any examples here. Like I said earlier, I don't have many examples to go back on. I mean, if you follow anything that we've been experiencing in the last 8 to 12 years in the United States, there are plenty of examples of of how we've gone backwards as a country. Rise is literally due to Democratic fault. Democrats' playbook is literally it's not happening, but it's happening. It's a good thing. If you don't get along with us, you're a bigot. Yeah, essentially that. Um, yeah, like there is no playing nice with other parties. How it should be. How it should be is two parties get together. They have their differences, but they come together on policy, and then they put a policy out together, right? Yeah, Chief. I literally just said earlier, politics is not my thing. Like, I'm a libertarian at heart. I really just don't care to get involved. I only see what I'm seeing at a distance because I don't want to get into the circus. So, I mean, I really don't even want to talk about politics now because it's just not really my thing. The only thing, again, the only exposure I have to politics is what I see online and the immediate people that I know who are subjected to the circus, which I don't even want to be affiliated with or associated with because to me politics is just a toxic vortex of like if you're interested in politics, you obviously don't have control. That's my point. Like I'm super busy, so I don't really know what's going on. I have a general understanding of what is going on in terms of current events, and that's enough for me. And it's not like I'm a government official. I don't need to know what's going on and understand everything through and through. But you know what? We have people for that. So, with that being said, I'm more than happy to talk about something else other than politics. I would really like to talk about politics on my day off. Oh, I really don't know how that. Good observation. Yeah, but you guys want to talk about there's a lot of space. You can ask me anything else that I can't think about. Yeah, politics. Yeah, I mean, look, the way that Palestine's gonna roll out, like, I hope the best for the people there, that they find, refuge in a great place as well. But I'm not gonna, to say free Palestine to say that, Israel doesn't have the right to exist. So I can't really comment there. I hope the people there well. Um, I mean, I don't want anybody to. I wish that war stopped yesterday. I wish October 8th or 7th, 7/8 never happened. But this is just a common theme in their history. What we're seeing right now is just a retaliation. So, yeah. So I mean, look, care about the people, but Israel needs its right to exist. It needs its freedom. And it needs all these other Middle Eastern powers to stop trying to target them and fight them. It's ridiculous. Israel has been in a nonstop bombardment of attacks ever since its creation. So, um, I get it. It's easy to. It's not even easy. You want to have sympathy for both sides, just like the Ukraine and Russian thing, the Ukraine Russian war. But at the same time, Israel didn't start the fight with Hamas. Hamas started the fight with Israel, and that's how it goes. air is free. The air is free. That is what's in that air. For as long as you can be born a person, you can have access to air. And you know what's funny though? Ironically, um, a lot of Jewish people have allergies and nose problems, myself included. Really bad allergies, despite my noggin being really my nose being really allergy challenges. So man, look at this. Hold on, I'm gonna show you guys this again. This is so beautiful. Back triple camera. There we go. Look at that. Look how beautiful that is. I'm just gonna do this for a while. Now I wish I could um, I wish I could show me and the background. I don't know if that's possible, but yeah, let's see. Video settings. Interesting. There we go. See? Beautiful view. Oh man, look at that. Oh, so beautiful. What a great day to relax. Oh man. All right. Well, I think I went live for long enough, guys, or whoever's remaining here. I really appreciate everybody hopping on and the conversations that we've had. I think I'm gonna go relax for the rest of the day. And oh wow, it's 5 o'clock already. Jeez. All right, guys. Well, I will see you later. Okay. Take care.